My next guest is the newest member of the UFC featherweight roster, and he's going to be making his promotional debut coming up here Saturday at UFC 220. It is the Mangler, Matt Bessette, joining me here on the program once again. Matt, how the heck are you?
I'm amazing, man. You know how I am. You see my Facebook, you see my Twitter. I'm amazing. Never felt like this before. It's excellent.
Well, congratulations right off the bat, man. Mangler Nation finally in the UFC. Just tell me how this sort of came together with you finding out you're a part of the UFC roster.
Yeah, you know what? It was just out of the blue. I was teaching a private lesson at Ascension, and I got a tweet from somebody that said, Arnold Allen's off the card because his visa issues. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And I'm like, and they need a replacement at 145. So I was like, huh. So I just texted my manager. I'm like, get me on this card. Let's go. I'm gonna fight Barzola. And then right away I emailed Sean Shelby right after that, and I said, Barzola can get these hands. And he emailed me back within minutes and said, seriously, don't mess with me. What's your exact weight? And I said 162 pounds, but I'm eating peanut butter, eating sandwiches right now. I'm trying to keep weight on. So, I'll be 4 or 5 pounds less in a day and a half if I just stop eating that. And he's like, all right, good. Start cutting weight, ... And I was like, boom. Led me to believe like things were actually going to happen because Sean's such a straight shooter. He'll tell you yes when it's yes and no when it's no and nothing in between, And then about a half hour later after I left, I'm driving home and my manager calls me. And he first thing I said, I'm like, what's up, Chris? He goes, October 2013. I'm like, what? He's like, that was the first time we started talking together about trying to get you in the UFC, October 2013. And I'm like, so we have this fight? And he's like, I'm going to get the contract in about an hour. You got this fight. I'm like, fuck yeah. So I couldn't even control myself. It was tough. And I started crying, and I was so happy. And Chris is like, don't you go crying on me, man. Don't you go crying on me. Oh, it was awesome. Awesome feeling.
No, I bet. And just years of hard work put in, going through Bellator, fighting for CES. I mean, there was a lot put into this. This wasn't like, something that just came out of the blue. I got to ask, though, when Charles Rosa was off this card and they got Julio Arce, did you start to lose a bit of faith in the process just with you getting signed? Because I think a lot of people felt like you should have got that shot even then.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, as soon as that opening came to, I was, I messaged Sean and I told my manager the same exact thing happened. And I got no message back from Sean that time within a day or two, and I was just like, he hasn't won it. And, it takes the wind out of your sails real quick. And for a long time, I've been doing the same exact thing because I've been in line. He just would keep saying, like, just be ready for years and years. I opted to fight BJ Penn on short notice, too. And BJ, my cat's names are BJ and Penn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd fight anybody to get in the UFC. Even one of my MMA heroes, and it goes to show you that as long as you wait and you keep your nose to the grind, it'll happen. The stars will end up aligning sooner or later.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, you were supposed to fight Jamal Emmers on that CES card. You're supposed to headline the card actually to defend your title. So you were, getting ready for a fight and everything like that. You talked about the weight, everything kind of going according to plan. Is that the case? I mean, you seem like you're in a good mood. I know cutting weight's a pain in the ass, but it seems like everything's on point.
Yeah, no, I'm actually usually 1 week out. I try to get to about 158, and I was 162 when I got the call, and that was 9 days out. And so I haven't eaten peanut butter, and my diet's clean, but I like scoops of peanut butter every now and then, or peanut butter and banana shake every now and then, and I stopped doing that, and I lost 4 pounds right away, and now I'm like 156, 157, and yeah, I'm right where I need to be.
And I imagine you got a lot of positive feedback once people found out you were signed to the UFC. Was there one message in particular that kind of stood out to you? Just because I know, again, there's been, for years, people have been trying to get you to this point and, people helping you out and everything. And now it's finally happening.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There were so many. About messages, I don't know about messages. There were just so many really good ones that, hit home, but I thought it was pretty incredible how I told my wife, because full disclosure, we weren't really seeing eye to eye the past couple of days, so we were like in those little argument stages, right? And I texted her, and after an argument you want to talk, right? And I texted her, she's kind of on her way home, and I said, hey, what time are you going to be home? She's like, 3 o'clock. I'm like, all right, cool, because I'd like to talk to you. That's all I said. And she walks in the room as I'm talking to Chris Palmquist on the phone, who's my manager. She walks in the room past me and, doesn't say anything because she sees I'm on the phone. And then I get off the phone with Chris, and he's like, all right, I'll talk to you later. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go tell my wife the news. He's like, you haven't told your wife? He's like, keep me on the phone. I want to hear it. I'm like, no, I want to talk without you. He's like, all right, bye. And so I go in there, and, she's got that, like, face, like.
I know that face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that face.
the white face, like, we're
Yeah.
still angry. What do you want to talk about? And I'm like, all I said was, like, so I got signed to a 3-fight deal with the UFC. I'm fighting next weekend in Boston. That's all I said. She goes, what? Like, mad, but, like, sad and happy at the same time. Then I go, I'm fighting next weekend Enrique Barzola in Boston at the TD Garden. And she just, like, broke down, and it was amazing. It was an awesome moment. And her face has been hurting with smiling since, and, like, she's been checking me out like it's our third date again. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
We're both just so happy that, like, years and years of just grinding, and finally I'm at the position that I was supposed to be in a while ago,
Yeah, and a lot of people agree, and it's so great to see, and it's going to be awesome coming up here on Saturday. And let's talk about your opponent, Enrique Barzola. He's got the 13-3-1 record. Have you had a chance to sort of assess him as an opponent, or are you just kind of going into this being like, I'm going to work on what I'm good at?
Yeah, no, I've actually been looking at Enrique for over a year now, year and a half, and I've been thinking to myself, what an awesome first fight in UFC that would be for me. He's up there in the rankings. Tapology's got him pretty high. He's got some really good wins. He's had 4 fights in the UFC, maybe 4 or 5. He won tough. He's good. He's good, but he's got holes. And I can exploit holes. That's my thing. I attack your weakness, and then I drown you. And I see this fight going no different than a lot of my past ones. If he shoots, I'm gonna stuff his takedown. If he hits me, if my butt hits the ground, I want to pop back up. I'm going to make him pay for any takedown attempt he has. While on the feet, I'm going to box the shit out of him and just do what I normally do, and just go out there happy, excited, positive. And is that your cat behind you?
Yeah, he is. He's just sometimes he likes to steal the spotlight the odd time, but that's Fuji right there.
What's up, Fuji?
He's like a silent co-host, but he's good. He's just finding his spot right now. So there you go. But anyway, sorry, you were saying about you feel like it's a good matchup, obviously.
It's a great matchup. Yeah. Just go out there, do my thing, and it's all the same. Every fight's the same, just different day, different face.
And what about training partners? Has it just been sort of business as usual for this camp, getting ready for this fight?
Yeah, I've actually been trying to wrestle a little bit more. Even in jiu-jitsu classes, I've been starting from the feet and like going hard with the wrestling a lot more, because Jamal is a really good wrestler. So I was preparing for a wrestler anyway. So don't be surprised if I don't take him down, put him on his back. So
okay, fair enough. How do you see this fight playing out on Saturday?
I'm gonna win. The stars have aligned, my friend, and it's, 3's my lucky number. I'm the 3rd fight of the night. It happened, 9 days out. But I'm still in shape. And my weight is great, and it's in Boston, so close to home. It's incredible. It's like the stars are absolutely aligning, and I'm going to win. And, I'm going to try to finish him. You know how I fight.
Of course,
I go for the finish.
It wouldn't be a mangle fight enough if there was a finish, yeah.
Exactly. I'm going to do the best I can to try to mangle him from bell to bell. And, if a finish comes, I'll take it. If it doesn't, I'm getting my hand raised at the end regardless.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Same people. Same people as I usually have is Russell Leak, who's my striking coach. Jeff Haddad, who also owns Ascension Athletics with me, who's my wrestling coach as well, longtime best friend. And Drew Cathers, who's been in my corner a dozen times now, who's a longtime best friend as well. He's pretty good jiu-jitsu as well. Drew is also a doctor, but we don't really need him for a cut man anymore. But he's just one of those, he's a comfort guy, Tells me the right things when I need to hear it, and he's a comfort guy.
Last question for you here. How many people have been hitting you up for tickets? Because I know this is close to home, and we just, like, for people who don't understand, Matt, if you go to like a CES show, it's like half of Matt's fans anytime he's fighting. It's crazy that the turnout you get. Like I said, Mangler Nation. I imagine a lot of people are trying to get tickets for this one.
Yeah, and they don't give you tickets. So
no, I know. People get confused about that. You have to tell them, hey, go to Ticketmaster. That's where you can get your tickets.
And the people that weren't getting tickets before were messaging me like, hey, I want to get these tickets. I want to get these tickets, man. I want to get these tickets. And I'm like, yeah, you should go to Ticketmaster because I don't have any this time.
Exactly.
And I'm like, and I got bad news. They're like 6 times more expensive than the other one.
Yeah, no, it is, especially at the Garden. So that's crazy.
So like, whatever, I'll pay it.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to see this. Again, Matt, congratulations. I'm so happy for you, man. We've been doing these interviews for a while, and I knew we'd be doing a UFC interview eventually, so it's great to see. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any thank yous or shout-outs, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, Matt Bessette on Facebook. I don't know if I have any spots left on Facebook, but Matt the Mangler Bessette. You can always go on there on Facebook. At ManglerBJJ for Twitter and Instagram. Follow me. I got some interesting stuff. I'm going to have even better stuff now that I'm in the UFC. I'm really blessed to have the same people following me since day one, and it's an amazing journey, and not even just for me. It's never been just about me. It's the people that come along with me. It's a bumpy ride at times, but we get to our destination, and when we get there, it's a beautiful thing. So I thank you guys very much.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.